So we're looking at a question, an army contingency of something related to army. That's good. An army contingency of 616 members. So, okay, it's a group of 616 members. Is to be march. So they're marching behind army band. So band and army contingency with 32 members in the parade. Okay, band has 32. Generally, it's a small group, right? The two groups are to march in the same number of column. So the condition is very clear. The number of column have to be same. What is the maximum number of column in which they can march? So this is the question. Question is clear. So first of all, we need to understand what is a row and column. Because they use the word column, we need to understand what is this. These are rows and that these are columns. Columns are up to down while rows are left to right. This you need to remember. Now, band is going ahead. So there are 32 members while your army contingency are 616 members. So this you would have observed in Republic Day parade as well. Such things, or in your school or ground, NCC, or whatever other school day or not school day, sports day, right? You would have seen this. So number of columns will remain the same, but number of rows can vary. Generally, they fix 5, 6, 7, depending on the school ground size, or so many conditions will be there. So depending on that, the number of columns will be fixed. But here we need a scenario wherein the number of column has to be maximum. What is the maximum number of columns? I can send them in single column also, but they're asking us to find the maximum number of columns. So this has to do with either finding HCF, if not LCM. Right? So can you guess which is that? Because if you don't get to understand what they're talking about, then you won't get the answer. So they're talking about, is it not? Wrong. They're talking about HCF. Maximum has to do with highest common factor. LCM is lowest common multiple. So don't get confused with this M and maximum. So always expand and have a look. Whenever they use the word maximum or high or highest, it is to do with HCF. And beside that, one more clue is HCF is a number which is lesser than or equal to either of these numbers. It can be equal to one of this number, but it should always be lesser than both the numbers. Right? And you can't make a group with more people. I mean, 32 band people is 32 band people. You can't make more people, is it not? LCM will be always more bigger than these two numbers. So that's how you can make sense out of it. If you get confused, just think logically. Should it be HCF or should it be LCM? HCF has to do with dividing the group so that they're equal parts. LCM has to do with, well, I can keep multiplying, I can keep increasing. There's no limitation on that, like time or distance or something like that. So depending on the scenario, I don't want to fix any word over here with anything. But yes, you can look at the condition. When they're trying to divide the group into smaller pieces, it has to do with HCF. So we need to relate basically 616 and 32, and that relation is your HCF. So now you have to just find the HCF. So should you use Euclid division lemma? You need not, because they are not specified, right? When they want you guys to use Euclid division lemma, they are specified. Use Euclid division lemma to find this answer and all of those. So in this case, they are not specifying. So I just have to find HCF of 616 and 32. We can go our traditional way. Since this is main working, I'm doing it here itself. So we can see clearly that it's divisible by 2. So 3 is a, and this is 16. Again 2, 15, 4, 8. then again 2, 7 and 2, sorry 7 and 7, and this is 4. There's nothing common, so this is where we stop, right? Therefore the maximum number of, right, column, let me use brackets. I want you guys to use shortcuts. Of course, hashtag, I don't know if your teacher will be okay, but brackets at least it's okay. The maximum number of, bracket means of, right? The maximum number of columns is 2 into 2 cube, that is 8, right? There's no unit, so no unit, so you can just let it be. So the maximum number of columns is 8. So again, let's verify if our answer is correct with our, is this HCF? Yeah. Okay, so let's execute this. The first number is 616, and I guess 32. Is it 32? Yes. Right, 8. Okay, so with Euclid division lemma, just 2 steps. So again, it's left to you guys what method you guys want to use. Unless they specify that okay, use this method, then you have to use that method. If not, you can use any method you guys want. So it's the same answer.